Why, hello everybody, Mr. Moki here. And today I got a Predaplant deck profile for you. I know, it's taken forever, correct? See, I was gonna post this a lot earlier, and thank you for being so patient for me. I actually got so much feedback on this deck, on my last deck profile of this, and I was surprised that so many people actually enjoyed the deck profile that I gave. But the reason why it took so long for me to do this one was like the ban list. I had actually a deck profile done before the ban list dropped, and then the ban list got announced, and then I completely scrapped the video, and then I kind of lost motivation to do it. But here I am today, giving it to you finally. Honestly, the deck still has more OCG support that we don't have yet. And it would make this deck a whole lot better. But for right now, I will get into the deck profile and show you guys what I got. So obviously, growing to be one of the best engines so far, especially since Terrat Top just got limited. This 3 Scorpio and the 1 Cobra, honestly, adding any fusion card from your deck to your hand is pretty nutty, I'll be honest with you. Plus, they're both level 3, so it's just nuts. By the way, this is supposed to be like a pure build. I haven't done anything crazy with the deck, so don't expect any like zoo or anything. I just like how the Predaplants are. Like, they're dark plants. So if you really like fusion and you really like dark stuff and you really like plants, I think this deck is for you, to be honest, because they've got some pretty nutty stuff going on. So there's that. That engine is pretty solid. 3 chlamydia iguana face. You guys should know him. You love him. He's nuts. He can fuse with your opponent's monsters. I really like him, actually. It's I think him at 3 is just gonna be a simple staple with all Predaplant decks. Just his iguana face is just too lovely not to run. Moving on, three of the Thakra ant, the ant face. Ant face is gonna save the day. Honestly, this thing just saves your ass, and it adds, and it special summons itself from, and I don't know, it pops. It does it all. Honestly, I don't think there's not a reason to run this at 3. It's it's pretty natty. I like it. Like it a lot. I don't think there's any reason not to run it at 3. Moving on to Spino Face. I dropped him down to 2 from my last build because, like, obviously the new support is a little bit better than him, but he's still good. He's a level 4. He's 1800. He's a beater, and honestly, he can still put predator counters on things. So, you know, I think at 2 it's necessary. If we get more support, if we get the more support from OCG, I'll obviously do another deck profile, but I might drop him down to 1. But we'll see. I think I'm liking him at 2 so far, so we'll keep him at 2. Next, I still haven't changed this. I think 2 Fly Trap is still necessary. He's not like amazing, but I think he's just really good for the fact that he just places predator counters on things. Obviously, English is really hard for me today, but you know, he's still good. He pops stuff, or well, not pop stuff, but he destroys stuff, and he, like, you know, his predator counters is still very important. Moving on, to the 1-ofs. Hydra. I just really like Hydra. The fact that he, like, contribute. Obviously, he's level 5, so he's not, like, that optimal. I just like him. He contribute and special summon himself, so the counters just become more important with that. 1 Squidrososa. I don't think I changed this at all. I think the 1 is just fine. I mean, honestly, if we get the other support from OCG and the other fusion, like, these 2 might be ending up coming out, but it's whatever. And then the last 1-of that I run for the Predaplants is this guy. I don't think I see many people running him. Oh, how do you fucking spell him? Cordyceps. Cordyceps. I'm a little plant bitch. Anyway, he's not like amazing, But I thought like the fact that he can special summon like 2 level 4 or lower monsters or lower Predaplants from your graveyard is like it's a +1 and actually no, it's a +2 because you banish him from the graveyard. So I honestly like it can open up for some Xyz plays and it can open up for some fusion plays. I didn't think like there was oh no, you can only special summon fusion monsters with him. So no Xyz plays, but that's fine because you still open up fusion plays with him. So that's fine. I honestly, I really like him. I think the one of is fine for now. Like, obviously, in the future, when we get more support, he can come out. People are asking me if this deck can do more in link format. I think this deck will be fine in link format, to be completely honest. I don't think it relied super heavily on having or spamming the board. Plus, it has a lot of revival. So I think that in this deck in link format, because of how much revival that it has, it's just going to be fine. And even with this, like, it's just opening up for more fusion plays. Like, this might be staying in the deck with link format, but we'll see. 3 Lone Fire Blossom. I think that's pretty standard. I don't think I have to go much into that. That's the last monster, by the way. If you want to run a maxi or more hand traps like Ghost Ogre or Ash Blossom, like it's mostly just like a bare bones build. But like straight to the point. I don't really think you need much else other than maybe hand traps if you wanted to, but the deck is a little full at the moment. More the revival cards going on to the spells, 2 Predator Pruning, because revival is just going to be more important. I only run 2 right now. I think when link format happens, I think I'm just going to pump this up to 3. Same with Predaponics. It's also at 2. I know I was running at 3 before, but with the new cards, I feel like 2 is enough. 2 of each. But with link format, when revival is just going to be coming like stupid important, and the fact that this deck has like 3 Monster Reborns, or like yeah, it's pretty nuts. So for right now, 2 and 2. Next, moving on to the fusion stuff. 2 poly, 1 fusion substitute. I still think that this is a good ratio for the deck. If you guys disagree, please tell me. I don't know. If you guys think like 3 fusion substitute or 2 fusion substitute and 1 poly. I just think this is a good ratio. I don't think there's any reason to change it either. I know fusion substitute's graveyard effect is actually really good, so that's probably a reason to run 2 and 1 poly. But for right now, I think this is fine. Plus, it's all searchable, so it's whatever. Next, I'm running actually 2 Ultra Polymerization. This is the new card from Maximum Crisis. I actually really like this card. Now, people might think like this 2 might be a little too much, but I think this is one of the decks that can actually utilize it the most, which is why I'm playing 2. Plus, it really sucks when you just don't get a fusion. Like, the deck just suffers if you don't get your fusion cards right away. And despite the amount of cards that you're playing to get the fusion cards, and you still can dead draw and you still can't fuse. So it's kind of sucks, but honestly, I do really like Ultra Polymerization. Yes, it can go down to 1 if you feel like it. I mean, and I might take it down to 1 too if we ever get the new support that we don't have yet from OCG. But honestly, like, I really like this card. I think it's like, yes, from Maximum Crisis, it's probably, I would say it's most likely the 2nd worst secret after Zark. But it's, I still think it's a good card. Like, I think it's just, I don't know, the fact that you can bring out your fusion materials after and then go for other plays afterward, and then the fact that it can't be responded to, I don't know. I like this card. You guys can tell me in the comment section down below what you guys think about this card. Next, fusion spell. Fusion Recycling Plant. I think this card is pretty necessary. Honestly, it's literally this or Fusion Recovery, and I think this card is a lot better for the Predaplants because it can search the poly from the deck as well as the graveyard. And yes, it's a little slow because you get the fusion material back from the graveyard at the end turn. But hopefully if you're playing your cards right, you will be surviving more than one turn anyway because of Sacra Ant and other stuff. So I think this card is better than Fusion Recovery in this deck particularly. Moving on, one instant fusion. Yeah, Norden's gone, but you still have the instant fusion well, I still run the instant fusion target for the deck. So there's that. I run one refusion. Maybe in link format this might go up to 2. I'm not really sure, but this deck can actually make use of refusion a lot. And like I said, in link format, revival is actually just going to be a lot more potent, and I'll probably do another deck profile when link format drops and see if we get any more Predaplant cards. But we'll see there. We'll see. Next, because we're all dark, isn't that nice? We're all dark. 3 Allure of Darkness. Draw power for the deck. Kind of needs it. Back row hate. Honestly, this can be, if you don't have Twin Twisters and you're too cheap to get Twin Twisters, even though they just got reprinted common. MSTs, I guess. And then there's Cosmic Cyclones for those who really need to deal with True Dracos. Honestly, like, this is either, I would say either Twin Twisters or True Draco, or Cosmic Cyclones for True Dracos. It's honestly whatever you have. I know some people just don't have Cosmic Cyclones. I would think that a lot of people now have Twin Twisters because they got reprinted common. So, but if you still don't, play the MSTs, I guess. One Foolish Burial to round up the spells, and then our one trap Predaplant. Honestly, this card might come out in the future. I just like it. I just like it a lot, and the fact that you can fuse from graveyard, it's nice. Just the one of. Moving on to the extra deck. I play 2 Starving Venom. I still don't have a second. I know I was playing 3 before, but I think this card's going to get reprinted soon anyway, so that's fine. That's fine. It's whatever. I know we're getting an alternate thing. One of the best cards in the deck, actually. Predaplant Chimera Rafflesia. The fact that it has just like a nice grave effect as well. It's easily going to be able to get over your opponent's monsters. Plus, it's like so easy to get out in this deck. Like 1 Dark Monster and 1 Predaplant monster. It's nuts. If anything, if we get the other Predaplant fusion, it might go down to 2. But still, like it's still probably the best and like most often fusion you're going to go into. 2 Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon. Not often that you would go into this guy, but with the revival, he's pretty nice still, and he can revive himself. So it's nuts. It's nutty nuts. My instant fusion target, Invoke Kaliga, just because he's dark and he's level 4. Xyz plays as well as being used for fusion material. Our rank 3s, I run Lavera the Sea Dragon because of Allure, and you banish quite a bit in this deck. So I thought Lavera was useful, and as well as Mecha Beast Grand Pulse. I thought, like, Spell and Trap removal was decent. If there was only another card that would run over Grand Pulse, it would probably be Break Sword, but I don't have one. So if you have a Break Sword, run it. Tornado Dragon for rank 4, Abyss Dweller because it's really good. Castel because also really good. Utopia the Lightning. Honestly, the Xyzes are pretty much like up to you guys, and the side deck as well. So I don't know. It's up to you guys. This is just what I was running, so you give it a try. But yeah, thank you guys for being so patient. That's the deck profile. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, and I will talk to you guys later. Peace.